You thought the Metro franchise was the only Eastern European post-apocalyptic wasteland game worth playing? You're wrong, because S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 is coming up and it had us thinking, was the S.T.A.L.K.E.R franchise really as good as we remember? Let's find out. Dude, Russia, what's going on over there? Well, we all know what's happening, but I mean creatively, not politically. Every video game set in Russia is some post-apocalyptic hellscape where mutated monsters roam an irradiated wasteland. Well, except for the newly released game Atomic Heart. That one's about a robot uprising after a Russian technological utopia falls apart. Still, it does keep the tradition of Russian ruin going. Today, we are going to talk about a game set in the Chernobyl exclusion zone in the Ukraine. I said a while ago that we would cover the S.T.A.L.K.E.R series, and oh baby, that's exactly what we're going to do today. So gather up your supplies, put your gas mask on, and for the next 5 minutes, so we can dig into this week's acclaimed game retrospective, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, which stands for Scavengers, Trespassers, Adventurers, Loners, Killers, Explorers, and Robbers, is actually the progenitor of the Russian post-apocalyptic hellscape video games. The concept for the series was born out of the novel Roadside Picnic, and was also influenced by the great Andrei Tarkovsky's film S.T.A.L.K.E.R. In the world of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, a second disaster of mysterious origin occurred within the Chernobyl exclusion zone around 2006. That radioactive mishap caused all of the biological processes in the surrounding areas to be affected, which gave rise to all kinds of impossibly mutated entities and anomalies. Most people are afraid to explore these areas, so stalkers are sent in to scavenge for goods and supplies. For those youngsters who missed the height of S.T.A.L.K.E.R's popularity but are looking forward to the upcoming sequel, the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games kind of play like modern Fallout, but with the added layer of survival mechanics. Along with your health, you had to manage your radiation levels, hunger, and prevent bleeding. Trust me, it's more fun than it sounds. The first game, S.T.A.L.K.E.R Shadow of Chernobyl, was released in 2007 for PC, and developed by Ukrainian studio GSC Game World based in Prague. It put players in the gas mask and gear of one of the titular S.T.A.L.K.E.Rs called the Marked One, and tasked them with navigating the zone. Shadow of Chernobyl received plenty of critical praise for its mechanical depth and style, but it did have its share of technical issues. This much was expected from a game this ambitious back in 2007. Instead of straight sequels, Shadow of Chernobyl received 2 standalone expansions in the form of 2008's S.T.A.L.K.E.R Clear Sky and 2009's S.T.A.L.K.E.R Call of Pripyat. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Clear Sky actually serves as the prequel to the events of Shadow of Chernobyl and added several new features to the franchise. This included things like weapon and armor customization as well as faction wars, where the player could participate in battles within the zone by siding with any faction. While it made use of the same map as its predecessor, Clear Sky did add a few new explorable areas, and most notably the town of Limansk, which was abandoned after the second disaster. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Call of Pripyat is a true sequel to the Shadow of Chernobyl and introduces a number of new mutants to face off against, while also improving the visuals with an upgraded X-ray engine. Each S.T.A.L.K.E.R has been reviewed favorably, so it's a bit strange that it has taken so long for another sequel to appear. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chernobyl launches sometime this year. So what's your favorite post-apocalyptic game? Let us know in the comments, but remember to be nice and that the answer is Fallout New Vegas. And while you're here, why don't you check out our story behind on Returnal? I'm Mike Golchinski, and I'll see you in the next video.